All right, LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, folks. I want to talk about this guy. This guy's name's Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde, he's a good fighter, man. I like this guy, and I knew who he was. I knew of him, but I never really, just followed him like that. I never did. Maybe about 3 weeks ago, I just started. I don't know, man. I just, went to my laptop. And then I just started following, looking at fights, as many fights of his as I can find. And, I'm impressed, man. I'm really impressed with what he's doing. And I also saw a video this morning by Southside Boxing 601. And, I liked his assessment of Anthony Yarde, And I have to concur with him, I'm wondering, because y'all go in the comment thread and, he will give, a magnificent performance. But then, you have people in the thread, man, just, dogging him out. When he ain't fought nobody, he ain't done this, he ain't done that. And so, when I come at those guys, I'm like, in Triple G first 16 fights, he didn't fight anybody. How you going to explain that? And every time when you give the Triple G reference, they always got an excuse, or they say, well, that's different. Well, how is that different? Triple G, he padded his resume, Then one can say, well, Yarde, he's padding his resume, he ain't fought nobody. Well, God, dog. But I look at something else, man. This dude done fought 16 times in 3 years. This guy done fought 16 times in 3 years, man. So, automatically, when I look at his activity rate, I'm like, this somebody, I got to get behind. He's active. He's active, and the guy's fighting, man. He's fighting all the time, man. And, that's what you want out of a young fighter. You want him fighting all the time. And, it's too many of these fighters fighting one time a year, man. And I can't get behind that, man. To me, if a fighter not trying to fight at least 3 times a year, I got an issue with that fighter. Even if I like the fighter, even if I'm a fan of the fighter, I still have an issue with that. I think a fighter in their prime right now, being in their prime, they should fight no less than 3 times a year. They should be fighting at least 3 times a year. Okay? That's a fighter in their prime right now. Okay? And honestly, if a fighter's still in their young 20s, they need to be fighting 4 to 5 times a year. That's what they need. And then, as they get into their early 30s, scale it back to 3 times a year. And if they choose to fight after 30 and go on to 35 and up, 2 times a year. But I can get behind Anthony Yarde. I can get behind the guy, man, because, he's very exciting. He can bang, and also the guy, he can box. He can box, he can bang, and he can box. He can give the best of both worlds. I definitely like his hand speed, and I think he possesses a lot of power. And I think that, in the 175-pound division, I think that, he'll be able to mix it up. I think he will. And I think he'll be tested. But, people already hating on the guy. Like, what, man? Okay, he's 16-0. Maybe he hadn't fought any stiff competition, but, I think the guy has some talent. And I think that he's going to do well when he does step up. I think he's going to do well when he do step up. A lot of fighters, man, early in their pro careers, they really don't fight a lot of people. Some fighters go, 15 or more fights, man, without fighting a credible opponent. It's common. Like Anthony Yarde, the only one who done, took some easy or soft touches to pad his resume. Fighters do that. That's boxing. It's always been that way. Don't nobody even think bad. Now people start thinking bad when you have a fighter and their resume continues to be padded, or they don't desire to take any tough fights. I don't know, people say, yeah, but what about Deontay Wilder? Well, he fought Luis Ortiz. I thought that was a competitive matchup, and I thought, he won the fight. Well, I ain't thinking he did. He knocked him out. I thought Johann Duhaupas did a good job against Wilder. And, Johann, I think he's underrated, man. I think he's underrated. When he gets to full training camp, the guy's hard to beat, and Johann Duhaupas got a chin. He stood up to them right hands and ate them, man. He ate them. But it's the thing, man, when you start saying, Triple G resume suspect, man, them jokers get mad. Why the hate, man? Come on, man. There's a lot of guys, man. Lots of guys in boxing that y'all like who resumes don't measure up to your expectations. But, now we're just looking at the negative, man. This sometimes, man, why, I don't even want to, comment. Or I don't leave a message, or when people on my boxing videos, when they say stupid stuff, I just don't even acknowledge the comment, man. I don't even acknowledge it, and it don't even come up anyway. And I don't, man, because see, this is what's been going on, man, since I've been a part of the boxing community. You get a young fighter, man. And and most times you don't even care. You get a young fighter, That fighter, you know, starts, you know, making a little bit of noise. And the first thing people want to do is they want to put the guy into the dirt. That's what they want to do. They want to dog him out. Another black fighter that people just want to dog out, you know, for no apparent reason. For no reason. What? I mean, the only thing you got on him is his resume, his soft touches. That's it. I mean, he's going to fight somebody. He's going to step up his competition. He's going to do that. It's called building up. And I think 16 pro fights and you ain't fought. To me, you know, I don't think that's a whole heck of a lot. I think, you know, hey, 16, 15, and even if he wait till 20 fights and then he finally when he's ready to take a step up, it's going to be a competitive matchup, man. It's going to be good because then you see what the person really made out of. That's just how it is. But, you know, man, I want this brother right here to keep pushing, man. I want him to do it, you know, and I'm a fan, you know. He's definitely, you know, I knew about him, but now, you know, I'm a fan. And his last fight, man, he did, man, it was a magnificent job, man. You can't say nothing, man. What do you just want to talk about his opponent? Okay. He was opponent number 16 in a very young career. You know what, man? Hashtag Anthony Yarde, man. That's what's up, man. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live.